And the Texas Education Agency is reviewing truancy data after KPRC2 investigates uncovered problems with reporting in districts across the state. This morning on KPRC2 news at 6 o'clock, we revealed HISD reported tens of thousands of truancy over the past 4 years, but zero prevention measures. And that's despite state law requiring efforts to keep kids inside of the classrooms. Now KPRC2 investigates Robert Arnold is back with data from other Houston area districts and what happens next.
A student is considered truant if they have 10 or more unexcused absences in a 6-month period. We wanted to know how often is that happening and what schools are doing to try to prevent truancy, which is required by state law. The Texas Education Agency also requires schools to report truancy prevention efforts every year. 4 years of TEA data show more than 1 million kids are reported truant each year, and each year more than 100 districts report zero prevention efforts and few truancy complaints are filed. This is something we talked about with Dr. Bob Sanborn. He's the president of Children at Risk. Do you feel that school districts in Texas are doing enough to prevent truancy?
No, we're not doing enough. I think schools are underfunded to begin with, so they have a hard time sort of doing some of this stuff, but it's the law, and you have to report how many kids are truant. So if you're reporting how many kids are truant, you need to be reporting what you're doing. If you're reporting you're not doing anything, you're not doing anything. I think at worst you have districts that maybe don't care about reporting this data and maybe aren't doing a good job, but what you really want to see is them taking this seriously and saying we're doing everything possible to get out there and get these kids back.
We also found hundreds of districts each year reporting more truancies than truancy prevention efforts. And prevention is key because there is a lot of different reasons kids miss class.
Once you miss a class, it's easier to miss more, you learn less, and you don't want to go back to school many times. So it's a real problem. When there's active strategy on the part of a school district to get kids back, it works, and those kids feel that much more appreciated.
So outreach is critical. It really does work.
It's the most important thing. You can't just say it's up to the kids and it's up to the parents because, yeah, they have the bulk of the responsibility, but the school district needs to put forward a little effort with these kids that are going to be much more likely to be absent. I think a lot of districts may talk a good game and are really not doing much, right? They're so engrossed in what's happening in the classroom and working at the school that they sort of forget about those kids that are at the margins.
Truancy can also be a signal of deeper problems in a child's life. That's something we talked about with Mike Matranga. He's a retired Secret Service agent and now vice chair for the National Council for School Safety Directors. How important would you say it is for schools to pay attention to students who are truant?
Why is that child truant? Is it socioeconomic? Do they not have transportation? Are they being neglected at home? Is there a bullying issue that's happening at school that's preventing them from coming there? Those are all things that have been attributed to violence on campuses throughout the nation. No one's taking that data and breaking it down and analyzing it to identify students that are in crisis through things that we know are known factors like truancy, like academic decline, like discipline increase.
The TEA is responsible for making sure schools follow the law, and because of what we found, the agency has now launched a comprehensive review and analysis of all truancy data to find out exactly what schools are doing when it comes to prevention. Truancy is also on the agenda in Austin. That part of our investigation is tomorrow night at 6. Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.